InDesign's master pages work as a boilerplate or template for the document. If you look carefully at page A in this document, there's no letter in the upper left or upper right corner, meaning it's using the None master page. If I were to drag the A master here on top, it would pick up a page number and this header of family. But if I drag None back on top of the cover, it removes those elements along with guides that were used on the master. What I want to do is build a second master page. If I look at this spread and choose View, Fit Spread in Window, you'll notice that I have a Table of Contents page, and this is a photo page. And on the photo pages, I don't want any page number in the lower left. So through the Pages panel, I'll choose New Master. That's the panel menu, the 4 little lines with the down arrow. And when I choose New Master, it'll begin with B. I'll call it Photos. You even have the ability to vary the page size now. And I'm not going to base it on A or any other master because I don't want it to pick up elements of anything else. It will stay 2 pages so that it's a spread, and I'll click OK. Now I'll grab my rectangle frame tool, and I'm going to place a picture container on both sides. And I missed the bottom of this, so I'll grab my selection tool and pull it down to the bleed. Since this is a print job, I make sure that anything that touches the page edge hangs at least 1/8 of an inch over the edge. I'll come back to Pages and double-click on pages B and 1, and I want to use the backup for the cover as a photo. Before I do, I'll delete this photo placeholder, and I'll drag the B over page B. And now it's automatically got this photo placeholder. I can choose File Place, and I'll import this foot image. I'll target this frame, and it filled proportionally and fits. As I go to 2 and 3, they're set up the way I'd like it. I'll go to 4 and 5, and here's another photo page. So I'll click and delete the photo placeholder and drag over page 4 my B Photos master page. I'll do a place again, Command D or Control D, and I'll place the conductor image in your Images folder in the Chapter 5 folder. I'll click once to target this frame, and it fits. And on 6 and 7, I have a double page spread, so I'll replace both sides with my photo placeholder. And I'll delete this photo text. Now I'll choose Place, and in this case, once I get the image in the left side, I'm going to delete the image on the right, the placeholder frame, and make sure it covers both parts of the spread. So I'll grab this pink flower, click once, and items on the master are locked intentionally. So the way to release something from a master is to hold down Command, Shift, and click once. Now I can delete this frame for the right side and simply extend this all the way across the spread. I'll choose Object, Fitting, Fill Frame Proportionally, and Object, Fitting, Center Content, and it is centered. So we've created a second master page, we've placed the images that we'd like. Now I want to make a 2-column layout. So I'm going to go back to my master pages and choose New Master. And this one will be C, but it will be 2-column. In this case, I do want to base it on A. I want the margins and guides that are on A, along with the header and footer information. When I click OK, now on my C2 column, I could choose Layout, Margins and Columns, and make this 2 columns. When I click OK, I'll drag the C2 column over page 2 and over page 3. And if I looked under Layout, Margins and Columns, this Enable Layout Adjustment button was on. So if I double-click back on pages 2 and 3, it did pick up the 2-column layout, and it moved a little bit of my content to try to accommodate that 2-column layout. So I'm going to move this picture back over to the edge, move its caption along with it to the guide. There we go. And I'm going to relink my text. So I'll click once here, and if I choose View, Extras, and Show Text Threads, I could see that this is linking from page 2 to 3, but I want it to link in the new 2-column layout. So I'll click the Out port once, that's the small arrow in the lower right corner. Click at this guide once, and it reconnects. I'll click this text box, click the overflow text, and in this case, I'm going to click and drag to make it the same height, and my text is poured in. The C2 column layout is a referenced master page, which means if I double-click on A and I do something like select the page number box and go to Swatches and change this fill color to a 50% tint, that changed one side. I'll select this box, and I'll zoom in a bit with Command plus or Control plus to make sure I get the black circle where the page number is. Go back to Swatches and set the tint to 50% and choose View, Fit Spread in Window. It not only updated on A, but it updated on C as well. So all pages in the document that use A or C now get that new tinted box. So that was an overview of creating multiple master pages, new master pages for your layout, and adding a referenced master page that uses elements from the original so that when you edit them, they update globally. And let me fix this last bit here on this photo and make sure my caption boxes are lined up. There we go.